Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Spirit Hunter Deathmark 2 running on PlayStation 5. Okay, can I trade for anything else? Ooh, that reminds me, I brought new sacred objects. Some girl's wooden bag? What is that? Increase the success rate during suspensive acts by 25%? Acquiring this item will cause Black Madonna metal to lose its effect. Yeah, sure. Getsun's notebook. Let's see, reduce 4 damage from suspensive act and events. And this one is reduce 4 action costs during suspensive acts. Yeah, sure. I got nothing else to spend these things on. I find it fascinating that there's no, like, the log isn't longer than that. It's just whatever you started for the day. If the old book speaks the truth, Mushikabi Shrine should be in the Fox Forest. In the past, the departed's wedding was held there. Perhaps there's still some truth to be found there that relates to the departed's birth. A massive statue of the guardian fox stands here. It's darkened, which gives the impression that it's been here for quite some time. A guardian fox, huh? I guess this could be called the messenger of the gods. We might find a clue to the location of Mushikabi Shrine. We better inspect it. But this fox was originally put here to protect Mushikami Shrine. While the fox is usually known as the messenger of Inari Shrine in other parts of Japan, I guess it's different in this area. I can't seem to find anything useful about this, even after I thoroughly inspect it. It's not like this fox is just going to start talking, what we do now. How long are you going to keep staring at that statue? You tried checking the pedestal? Oh, you're right. I direct my flashlight towards the weathered pedestal and inspect it as Mashita watches with a look of annoyed disbelief. Looks like there are some letters written on the bottom part of the pedestal. This might lead us to the location of the shrine. Let's try to read it. I try reading the letters on the bottom of the pedestal. However, damn, I can't read anything with all this mold covering it. The hell? Just brush it off then. I tried, but it didn't come off at all. It must be stuck on good since it's been growing undisturbed for so long. We need some mold remover. Damn it, we're encountering some really shitty things on this case. So where should we get some? Most stores are already closed for the night. Let's look around the school. They must have that kind of thing for cleaning. Though I didn't find any mold remover in the broom closet when I was investigating Hanako's case. And searching the entire school would definitely take some time. We better ask someone who's familiar with the school first. Worst case scenario, we'll head all the way back to Kujou Mansion to grab something that'll do it. Okay. Huh? What brought you back? We've encountered a bit of a problem and need your help. I tell her about the mold on the pedestal and ask if she knows where we can find some mold remover. Mold remover? I'm pretty familiar with the school, but I have no idea where they keep that. My apologies. At this rate, I really will have to go back to Kujou Mansion to get mold remover. Sorry for sticking my nose in, but is there any bleach around that you know of? Bleach? Mold remover and chlorine bleach have similar ingredients. Do you happen to know where the bleach is, Doryu? There should be a bottle in the student council room. I don't exactly remember where it is in the room, though. Okay. According to Doryu, there should be a bottle of bleach here somewhere. Let's get looking for it. No reason to dawdle. We scoured the student council room, but we haven't found anything to remove that mold. Maybe it's inside here. I opened the door to find all sorts of miscellaneous stuff crammed inside, from a giant hole puncher and old notes to a certificate of commendation. I guess anything that isn't used often gets shoved in here. Among them is a bottle of liquid bleach. Judging by the weight, there seems to be plenty left. Yeah, why would I think it's anyplace else? Do I think it's on the signboard? There are several printouts on the whiteboard. One of them is about the clock tower. Konoehara Academy Student Council Notice. Konoehara Academy's 70th Anniversary Project, Wake Up Clock Tower. Built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary, the clock tower is a representation of Konoehara Academy's 70-year history. To commemorate the 70th anniversary of the school, we would like to make another attempt to repair the clock tower, and your signature is required for this to happen. Your cooperation will be greatly appreciated. Let's use our power to move the hands of the clock again. On the desk, I find a notepad with something written on it. Will the next students' meeting be postponed due to recent events concerning the departed? What will happen to the clock tower project? I don't find any useful information. There's nothing inside the trash can, though it still smells really musty. I open the bleach bottle and pour the liquid onto the pedestal. Then I wait a bit before using my handkerchief to remove the mold. It doesn't come off completely, but it does a decent enough job that I can actually make out the letters. We should be able to read what's written on the pedestal now. The writing on the pedestal is apparently a poem that seems a bit like a nursery rhyme. The old writing style and weathering make reading it a more difficult task than I'd anticipated, but I managed to copy it into my notebook. Follow the fox's whine, inviting us to the shrine, but the path is blocked by the serpent's rock. The beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. What is the meaning of this rhyme? Maybe we can find out if we go to Fox Forest. Yeah, maybe. Traffic cone, yep. Fox Forest is just beyond this gate. Mushikami Shrine, where the departed's wedding is held, is located somewhere in this forest. Alright, Yashiki. We don't know what kind of horrors are waiting for us in there. Hang on to this gun, but be very careful with it. Mashida hands me the paper bag again. It's heavy. Doubt I'll ever get used to this thing. You shouldn't. Let's go. Relying on the faint light from my flashlight, we tentatively step into the darkness of the forest. Mr. Kokiri is no longer here, however. A more terrifying spirit might have replaced him. As fear and tension build up inside my mind, beads of sweat start running down my cheeks. Hold on. Listen carefully. Do you hear that? I hear a faint moan. It doesn't make sense. Why are we hearing that here? I have a bad feeling about this. Hurry up. Mashida and I rush over to the source of the sound. After a while, I arrive at an open area full of trees. There. I found Sakamoto in a horrible state. Sakamoto, what's happening to you? You all... Did some insanely big bug chew you up or something? What the heck happened to you? Are you, perhaps, Lord Ushigami? Come again? What are you saying? Yeah, it's no use. She's clearly not in her right mind. For fuck's sake, is there even anything we can do for her? Sakamoto suddenly screams. At that moment, the bugs clinging to her launch an attack. Really? Damn, what are we gonna do, Yashiki? We're in deep shit if we have to keep dealing with this. Well, I think she might be too far gone to save. I hope we can at least do something for her. Whether what's happening to Sakamoto now is a paranormal phenomenon or a mere hallucination. Maybe we can return Sakamoto to her senses. Team up. Sakamoto's report. We'll read it aloud. That'll embarrass her. We unfold Sakamoto's report and read it out loud so that she can hear. We carefully read the report out loud, speaking loudly and clearly. Sakamoto isn't responding much, though I can tell that she's listening. Is there still a glimmer of her consciousness left? If so, our voices might still reach her. Remember, Sakamoto. Yeah, this is the report you wrote. Huh? Is that my... But why is it... Looks like Sakamoto's returned to her senses a little bit. Looks like this is the right choice. Oh, it was just one choice? Interesting. Why am I... Sakamoto murmurs, stupefied. Bugs are sticking out of the large holes in her head and chest. If this were a normal situation, those wounds would have killed her long ago. However, she's talking. This is probably another instance of the departed's curse. Mr. Yashiki. Her remaining left eye fixes its gaze upon me. I guess she recognized me. She's well beyond saving at this point, though maybe I can still ask her some questions. The departed's true identity. Tell me who the departed is. Tell me who the departed really is, Sakamoto. The departed. I don't know anything. There's no point in asking her this. The main shrine's location. Tell me where the main shrine is. You went there, didn't you? The main shrine is beyond the Serpent's Rock. There. Make the bloody red. Pure blue. I'm just speechless. Like a puppet whose strings have been cut, Sakamoto collapses on the spot. She stops moving and... Instantly, insects swarm her body. They begin to devour her before my very eyes. Stop it! I try to kick the insects off her. This is futile. There's no way these bugs can be stopped. Please, stop. Stop this. I can't bear to watch someone I knew get consumed by insects bit by bit. In the end, I have to avert my eyes. Once the insects finish eating her body, they scatter into the dark forest. There's not a trace of Sakamoto's remains, bones or clothes left. Why, Sakamoto? Didn't that teacher try to railroad you out of the school? The departed doesn't want you to leave. That probably led her to being cursed. Sakamoto was cursed by the departed. That probably explains why she'd gone mad in the middle of writing her report, hearing a voice in her head the way Izumi had. It was all because of her hostility toward me. It was because she got mixed up with me. If I wasn't there, then Sakamoto would... Let's pump the brakes on that right now. I'm not a priest, so I'm not here to listen to your pitiful wailing and offer you repentance. But maybe that woman was actually saved. Otherwise, she wouldn't have regained her sanity on the brink of death. And she wouldn't have been able to leave that hint for you either. I recall Sakamoto's last words. The main shrine is beyond the Serpent Rock. There, make the bloody red pure blue. The latter half is a mystery to me, but I've got an idea why she was referring to... But I got an idea what she was referring to in the first half. The Serpent Rock is also written on the Fox pedestal. Is that rock the key to get to the main shrine? Which one's this? Clusters of mushrooms growing on a tree trunk. Know your resentment. What was that voice just now? That bridal procession. Hey, you seeing visions again? Yeah. Wow, that's a pretty handy way to gather information, seeing as our investigation so far is going nowhere fast. So, what'd you see? I relayed the details about the scene I saw and what the voice told me. I see. If the description in the old book is right, that sounds like the departed's wedding. So, you're saying I saw the past? The bridal procession went through the forest. I guess they must have been heading to Ushikabi Shrine. Who'd the voice belong to, though? I have no idea, but know your resentment isn't the type of thing you say during a happy occasion. I knew it. There's something darker behind it. If we follow the bridal procession and head to Mushikabi Shrine, which is located somewhere deep in the forest, we will finally be able to find out the truth about the departed's wedding. Or will we finally be able to find out the truth? I mean, probably. It'd be a weird game if not. This one is a mouse. This one's a cow. That's a tiger. A rabbit. I find something growing inside the firebox of the stone lantern. Intrigued, I peer into the firebox. Inside, clumps of mold are growing, almost looking like moss. It's a strange sight. Black and red mold are intermingled, making it look poisonous. Is this a vision of hell or something? I spot a small object within. This is what was reflecting in the light. Except I need to put my hand into these ominous mounds of mold just to pick it up. I mean, yeah, let's do it. I have no choice. I slowly put my hand in the firebox. Slow but careful, I try to avoid the mold. Ugh. My fingers end up touching the mold. It feels muggy, but it's not indescribable. I get goosebumps all over my body. Ugh. Repressing the urge to immediately pull my hand back, I extract the said item buried in the mold. Oh, okay. I managed to pull it out. It's an eerie tooth. I wipe my hand thoroughly with a handkerchief. I make a mental note to wash both hands, or both my hand and the handkerchief later. Dragon. This is a snake. Go to the serpent path. An eerie voice has been ringing in my ears for quite some time. The further we walk down the path, the louder the chant-like sounds become. Does the cause of the spiritual phenomenon lie ahead? I see something here. Is it the boulder? It's the boulder. A gigantic rock is sitting in front of us. A thick sacred rope is wrapped around the rock. It's not, resembling a snake head. This might be the serpent rock Sakamoto was talking about. But what do we do now? Rock and serpent. Serpent rock. Now that I think about it, serpent rock was also part of the rhyme written on the Guardian Fox's platform. Open my notebook and check the rhyme. Follow the fox's whine, inviting us to the shrine, but the path is blocked by the serpent rock. The beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. Follow the fox's whine, inviting us to the shrine, but the path is blocked by the serpent rock. This is probably a clue on how to get there. So if we go down this path, the beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. Open the path. That means we have to do something here. The main point here is the beast behind the zodiac. Until we can solve this riddle, we have no idea how to proceed. So, what animal is the beast? The beast in this rhyme is probably the cat. When they were picking which animals would be in the zodiac, it said the cat was late to the meeting, which is why it wasn't selected. I heard that story too. Well, what about the lament part? Maybe the path will open if we imitate a cat's meow or something. Why a meow? Well, hell if I know. Human common sense doesn't apply to spirit logic. Come on, Yashiki, give it a try. Fine. That doesn't seem like it accomplished anything at all. I see. So simply imitating a cat isn't enough. The path won't open without a cat's meow. That sounds like it's imitating an angry snake. I don't get it. What we need is the sound of an angry cat that is trying to imitate a menacing snake. Yeah, that's not helping me. I can't even imagine what that would sound like. It's just a hiss. Seeing my confusion, Mashida shrugs his shoulders dejectedly. Like this. What? Yashiki. This place is... Are we back where we started? The atmosphere here is different, though. Spider lilies are blooming prolifically. Mushrooms glowing faintly. Everything looks surreal. As far as I can tell, I'm alive, but I feel like I'm lost in the afterlife. Have we perhaps made it to the hidden path to Mushikabi Shrine? What are you spacing out from me? What are you spacing out on me for? Save all the brain work for later. We won't last long at this rate. Yeah. This area is filled with the curse's power. Where's the source of the power? I need to get rid of it immediately. Guardian fox with flowers in its mouth. Looks like the one in the schoolyard. Maybe there's some secrets lying here. Let's take a closer look. No, I'm fine. Cursed tooth is lying on the floor. Time to destroy the damn thing. Raising my foot, I step on the tooth. The cursed tooth shatters into pieces. Strange, the curse doesn't abate. Fuck, how's that possible? That's gotta mean the tooth you stepped on wasn't the cause of the curse. We gotta find the real cause then. A guardian fox with flowers in its mouth. Looks like the one in the schoolyard. The guardian fox has a blue spider lily in its mouth. I see traces of animal tracks near the bushes beside the guardian fox. There might be something ahead. The severe chill and overwhelming pressure instantly vanish. Is that because the curse is no longer active? What is this place anyway? A mysterious area filled with blue flowers and a rustic-looking tomb in the center. This has to have some important meaning. I'd better inspect it thoroughly. Two headstones with some words carved into them. The etching on the one grave has weathered so much that it's basically unreadable, but at least it still has a few letters here and there. The other has scarcely any traces left that it ever said anything to begin with. An eerie voice is ringing in my ears again. Know your resentment? Could this voice belong to one of the spirits resting here? Whose graves are they, though? If only we could find out who the owner of these tombs are. Let's investigate. My eyes are fixed on the tomb, though I can barely make out anything due to how faint these letters are. Yeah, I can deduce what's written on the stone if I run my fingers over it and feel for the indentations. Focusing my attention on the tip of my finger, I attempt to slowly trace the letters. I see. On the left is GR, G-R, and on the right is probably N, or maybe an M. I'm pretty sure this is a word. What could it be? Groom. This must be groom. I give an answer in my mind. What? Did the serpent of this tomb just respond to my answer? If the owner of this grave is the spirit of a headless man in a wedding suit, is the one buried here one of the bridegrooms who died an unnatural death? I hear the sound of something small rolling around near the tomb. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. Blue spider lilies are growing in clumps. Spider lilies are usually red, though here are white and yellow varieties. However, blue spider lilies don't exist naturally. These might be mystical flowers that only bloom on this mysterious hidden path. Pick a flower. You turn red into blue, right? I pluck a blue spider lily and put it in my bag. An old well surrounded by blue spider lilies. Why is it here? I have a bad feeling about this. Be careful, you want to inspect it, Yashiki. Nodding to Mashita, I make up my mind and approach the well. Then I timidly peer inside. There, I find... jump scare. A bunch of stones and gravel, that's all. Oh, thank goodness my hunch was wrong. What a disappointment. It's so funny. I hear the piercing, high-pitched cry of a beast somewhere. Chills run down my body. An ominous sense of terror is racing through my veins. This uncomfortable feeling only grows stronger as I explore further down the path. A guardian fox with flowers in its mouth. It looks like the one in the schoolyard. Guardian fox has a red spider lily in its mouth. Wait, this isn't a red spider lily. It's a blue spider lily that's been dyed red and using blood. Let's put the blue one in there. Matches all the other ones. I replaced the blood-stained spider lily in the fox's mouth with a blue spider lily. Obtained red spider lily. The malicious spiritual phenomenon in this place has subsided. At the end of the hidden path, I find the grounds of a shrine surrounded by trees. Unlike the shrine on the main path, which was completely gone, crumbling remnants of this shrine remain. Is this the main shrine? The Mushikabe shrine? Resentment was born in this land. I feel the blood drain from my face when I hear that admonishing tone, the same voice I heard at the forest entrance and at the tomb. Will we uncover the owner of that voice if we investigate this place?
Yoshi.
Darkness surrounds the back of the bushes. Only the occasional rustling of leaves can be heard. The crumbling shrine's remains are at the back of the grounds. The darkness of the wood makes it apparent that the shrine was built a long time ago. This place really is Mushikabe Shrine. The departed's wedding took place here, right? Yeah. Here, where Mushigami and Kabigami were enshrined. The chosen bride and groom held a sacred wedding as they wished for the famine of M-Town to end. You probably guessed it, Yashiki, but doesn't it seem likely that the departed is actually the spirit of the bride? They're obsessed with marriage. They must be tied to the wedding. They must be tied to the wedding ritual. My guess is something happened during the ritual that is the source of her grudge. That makes a lot of sense. That being said, we need to learn what happened in this place. We'll never be able to exterminate the departed unless we learn the truth of what happened in the past and the origin of her resentment. Let's hope there are some clues left. Hope? Don't make me laugh. Here's some words of wisdom for you. Truth is something you should reel in. You should reel in with brute force. When I take a closer look at the ruined shrine, I notice there's something buried there. Is that a wooden box? Going inside to collect it is a risky proposition. What should I do? Let's collect the box. Mashida, I'm going to get that wooden box. Seriously? I'll go get it. With your reflexes, you'll be trapped in there if the roof collapses. Mashida steps inside the shrine via a gap in the fallen roof. Cautiously avoiding the decaying pillars and floor, he proceeds slowly. Are you alright, Mashida? Quit making a fuss over nothing. I just hit my hand. Okay, this is the one you wanted, right? Mashida returns with a Polonia box in hand. He then puts it down on the ground. This is the only thing that stood out to me. Everything else in there is just broken pots and altars. Hurry up and open it, Yashiki. Inside the box are a vermilion ink palette and a bundle of paper. While the ink might be old, the container was sealed, so it should still be usable. The paper is yellowing, so it must have been down there for quite a long time. There are some red stains on it as well. Those look more like blood than ink, though. Contain blood-stained papers. And vermilion ink. There's something written on the paper. There's something written on the paper. Read it. I can't read it quickly. It's written in old script, and I can't make it out. We better have Yasuoka do it. The hell? You're just gonna keep me in suspense? How about the stuff on the first 3 papers? Aren't those names? Fine, I'll read it. Toolbox. Ushigami Groom. Tsuguo Kitajima. Head. Kabigami Groom. Uchikoshi. Head. The part mentioning heads is stained with blood, making it difficult to decipher. The heck is that head part? No idea. I'll read the second and third sheets. Marriage. Kabigami Bride. Mikiko Mayamura. Mushigami Bride. Michio Mayamura. The ceremony will be held on year XX, month XX, day XX. Ushikabi Shrine Priest. Ujitero Uzumi, and 6 others. There are thumbprints next to the 3 names. That's what the vermilion ink must be used for. The priest's last name is Izumi. Is that just coincidence? Mikiko Mayamura and Michio Mayamura. Are they the brides for the departed's wedding? If this ceremony is the genesis of the departed's resentment, one of them might have died a horrible death and become the departed. Which one of them then? Know your resentment. With us, brides. The departed ceremony. Remember, this is an important duty. I've finished with the toolbox. Next step is preparing for the wedding. No, stop. Big sis, I'm afraid. A vision is projected into my mind. Several men are holding down 2 women in a dimly lit room. Those men are putting horrifying insects and mold on the bodies of 2 women. And in the back, there's a small offering stand with the heads of 2 men placed on it. The women let out pained groans. Keep your makeup on now. The men continue to apply the disgusting makeup in silence. The woman on the left is covered in mold, while the one on the right is riddled with bugs. Their porcelain skin has been made filthy. What's up with these, like, old Japanese ritual stories? They're always, like, super cruel to the women and men. They get that with all the Rashiki 7 visual novels, too. The women scream and contort. However, the men prevent them from escaping. Do not struggle. Do not scream. Your stamina is essential for the ceremony. Hours, days, weeks from now. We shall paint you with the color of bugs and mold, so you shall be suitable brides for the deities. You're lying. Her voice is mixed with pain and anger, and yet her words don't register with the men at all as they continue to smear bugs and mold onto them with expressionless faces. Spend your days covered in bugs and mold, eating bugs and mold. Your organs shall be infused with mold, and the cavities of your body shall be filled with insects. It will be as if you have departed from this world. Lord Mushigami and Kabagami should be delighted to see how beautiful their brides are. Yeah, of course they're going to be pissed about this. We're alive, yet we're rotting. Our porcelain skin turns black as mold. Our hair becomes the color of a silkworm's cocoon. This suffering is the pledge of a happy couple. No, no, no. This isn't the pledge I hoped for. I shall never forget this, everyone in this village. Even if I die and become the departed. I shall kill you. I shall put a curse upon you. Yeah, well, I can't really blame him. That's a pretty horrible behavior. All to bring crops back, which make absolutely no sense. Certainly, I mean nowadays, right? Back then they were morons, yeah. As my vision starts to blur, I regain my senses. However, my breathing is ragged and my body is trembling uncontrollably. I felt this intense loathing flowing through me when the vision came in. It's all their fault. Hey, why are you shaking so much? What happened? Mashita, I think I know the origin of the departed's resentment. What did you say? The departed? Since when did you get here? Like an insect, the departed wriggles their way closer. It's like the time when I killed Michio. Well, but why are they here? Does this place really hold meaning for them? My dear husband. Despite the transformation, their nickname for me remains the same, as well as their obsession toward me. The departed. Forcing myself to suppress my fear, I propel words out of my mouth. There's something I want to ask them. You. Were you killed here? So, you saw the ugly part of me. Were you meowmurai in your past life? Forget the ugly me. I shall be more beautiful soon. For you, dear husband. Do you still regret what happened? I can help you dispel it. Cut that shit out, Yashiki. Don't talk with the dead or you'll be dragged to their world. Thanks, Mashita. For fuck's sake, are you trying to get yourself killed? Get your shit together and prepare yourself. Got it? Okay. What? I am the one who should be standing next to my husband. You are a hindrance. Oh no. Mashida clutches his chest as he lets out a painful groan. Are they going after Mashida? Mashida! Fuck, they're really messing with me. The Departed harbors hostile feelings towards Mashida. Mashida will be in danger if we confront the Departed now. Then again, our opponent for this battle is the Departed. There's no way we'll be able to run away from them easily. If we're going to run away, I need to create an opening. Team up. Suspicious paper bag. I think we're in actual danger, so we should probably shoot it. Can we do it together, Mashida? Fine. Mashida pulls out his gun, and I grab the gun from the suspicious bag. We try shooting the Departed. There's no guarantee the gun will have any effect on the Departed. Pointing our guns at the Departed's huge body, we swiftly pull our triggers. The bullets seem to hit the Departed's body. Nice one. They might like me. They might like me a lot, but maybe that love isn't strong enough to survive an attack. Dear husband. The Departed sounds sad, and their breathing becomes unsteady. That seems to have made them feel a bit uneasy. Looks like this was the right choice. Did you do something bad in your past life, or what? This shithead is clearly head over heels in love with you. I guess they are. What is this bastard trying to be sexy for? The Departed furiously shrieks after hearing Mashida's insult. Yeah, there's definitely more than one person in there. Then they slowly approach us. The Departed can't maintain their composure. That causes the thing hidden behind their huge body, something resembling a face, to become exposed. Damn. Well, we managed to get them riled up, but now they're closing in. True, except their target is apparently me. When the time comes, I'll lure them to me. Use that chance to escape. That's madness. If we do that, you will... We need to create an opening to escape. Team up again. Face, body falls over. In the face, now that it's exposed. Typical video game logic. Yeah, I have one hit point. Can we do it together, Mashida? Fine. Mashida pulls out his gun and I grab the gun from the suspicious bag. We try to take an aim at the Departed's face. We line up our shots at the Departed's face and pull the trigger simultaneously. The bullets seem to hit the Departed in what appears to be their face. Nice shot. I can't imagine anything that would set someone off more than being hit in the face, especially by their beloved. The Departed is apoplectic. They scream in rage. Apoplectic? What? I wanted to make them really distraught, but I think I pissed them off instead. However... What's happening? Unable to control their emotions, the Departed lets out a scream that pierces the sky. They stagger backward, trying to hide their face. Dear husband. Liar. Liar, 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 liar. Liar, 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 liar. God damn it, this nutjob sure has some crazy mood swings, huh? Well, I think we managed to provoke them. Looks like this is the right choice. These just seem like bad choices, but, you know, we gotta attack it. Alright, this is our chance to run away. Time to go. True, but we should split up to make sure that at least one of us gets out of here. But, no time to complain. Just do it. I'll cut through the forest. You follow the path. Understood? Before I can even reply, Mashita has already run into the woods, avoiding the departed. Upon seeing that, the departed shrieks in rage. Chasing after Mashita, they disappear into the woods. Satoru Mashita has left the investigation. Oh no, that's not a good sign. The departed Mashita have vanished. A sense of hopelessness and loss swelled up inside me anew. Again, I was powerless to do anything. Mashita. Yeah, let's get our ass out of here. Sticking around here isn't probably a good idea. I have like 1 hit point. I don't know how you could have... I mean, I don't know how I could have done any better. I don't know if it always gives you 1 hit point or what. I know, random jump scare. Huh? This sound and this presence. Is it the doll or... it's a doll. The female doll is standing as she always does. I've arrived back here near the clock tower. Hurry. Run away. It's all over. The school, you, everyone. Attacked by Mushikabi, bitten by them, eaten. Like us. What do you mean, like us? Do you remember? That day, we were eaten by Mushikabi. We became one. Mushikabi. Scary, scary. Wait, what did she say just now? They were bitten by Mushikabi. Don't tell me this doll is... But is it really? None of the intense hatred I felt earlier is coming from this doll. Instead, I sense confusion and fear. I'm begging you, please tell me. Who are you? We... This bell sound is... The female doll screams and disappears. I recall what she just said. It's all over. The school, you, everyone. You'll be attacked by Mushikabi, bitten by them, eaten. Sounds really ominous, but what does it mean? I have a bad feeling about this. Better head back to the infirmary immediately. I've also got all spider legs after me too, so... What? What in the world? Even the lights in the special building have turned red. Is it the same for the infirmary? As I feared, the infirmary is also bathed in red light, and the 2 people who I left here are nowhere to be found. Doryu! Yasuoka! There's no response. Has the departed come here again? At that time, the departed left a notice targeting the student council on the desk, and given previous events... I knew it. There's another notice from them. The notices the departed sent are to test their candidate for a husband, except they already consider me their real husband. How else do they want to test me now? Dear husband, the day to exchange vows has arrived. I shall be waiting for you under the oath bell. Please come after you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 4s. Different, huh? After that, in the red wedding hall, please call the name of your bride who is hiding in school. Your beloved, the departed. The words 2 and 4 are written upside down. Notice for groom. Exchange of vows. Oath bells. Ceremony hall. Do these phrases refer to a wedding ceremony? I mean, yeah. Ugh. Wait, that voice. Yasuoka? I rush over and find Yasuoka lying under the bed. She's unconscious, but she doesn't appear to have sustained any injuries. Hang in there, Yasuoka. Yashiki. Are you alright? Yes, more or less. What in the world happened to you? I don't know. I was talking with Doryu, and then suddenly my head started spinning and I just lost consciousness. Where's Doryu? My apologies. I don't know. Perhaps she has been taken by the departed, like I and Sho. Doryu. I have to hurry and look for her. But I'll only be killed if I chase after the departed now. I'll die a pointless death without saving anyone. This will be a battle against the departed, and there is a key to clear their grudge. I'll only stand a chance against him if I can find that key. I need to calm down. I should show Yasuoka the paper bundles I retrieved from the forest that I couldn't read. There might be clues in them. You look like you have many things that you want to talk about. I know you're anxious and impatient right now, but can you please just tell me what happened? Mashida's disappearance. Where is Mashida, by the way? Why are you alone? About that. I tell her about how the departed targeted Mashida and they both disappeared. I see. Because of me, Mashida is... Do not blame yourself. Mashida was simply living life according to his own rules. He shouldn't have any regrets. What rules? To live the life of an officer. Even after he quit, he couldn't run away from his destiny. Mashida is a tenacious man who would do anything to solve a case. Despite that, he never allowed himself to forget his past life as a cop. Those were his rules. Then that means... I get it, Mashida. I'll give it my all and focus on solving this case. That's what you want, right? The red light's in the special building. Yasuoka, when did the lights here turn red? I noticed it as I started to lose consciousness. The departed's curse seems to have enveloped the entire school. This is the worst. We don't know what'll happen. But why now? If the cause is the same as last time, perhaps the departed has transformed again. That means... Did they consume something again? Possibly. What did they consume, then? Bloodstained paper bundles. Say, Yasuoka. Can you decipher these papers for me? I believe this is about the departed's wedding, but it's an old script. And I'm sure this has something to do with the departed's grudge. Sure. There's not much here, so it shouldn't take long. Wait a spell. I hand the bloodstained papers to Yasuoka. I attempt to calm myself down while Yasuoka reads. In the meantime, I'll organize all the information I got in the forest. I might find out the truth about the departed. The departed's wedding. A sacred wedding ceremony that was held in an attempt to end the famine. The brides and grooms were carefully selected based on their intelligence, lineage, personality, and spiritual strength, which is why the chosen ones were thought to be blessed and envied by many. The truth is, those chosen brides and grooms actually believe they'd have a blissful marriage. The two chosen brides were meowmurais. They were obviously sisters. On one beautiful night, the gorgeous bridal procession advanced deep into the forest. They were headed towards Mushikabi Shrine. However, the marriage ceremony held at that place was far from the happy occasion they'd wished for. Instead of marrying their grooms, the brides were paired with deities Mushigami and Kabigami. Before their beheaded grooms, they were prepared for their wedding to their deities, and that preparation included being given a makeover with bugs and mold. Over time, their skins were consumed by insects and mold. To keep themselves alive, they consumed both the insects and the mold. And that's how the women who resembled corpses were made worthy of becoming brides and deities. For a long, long time, they had to suffer with bugs and mold slowly eating away at their bodies. A brutal betrayal for brides who were deceived into thinking they were destined for a happy marriage. Such an incident is cruel enough to have borne myriad grudges. I'm done reading. As you presume, this was indeed about the departed's wedding. I shall give you a summary. I write down what Yasuoka says in my notebook. Toolbox. Mushigami groom. Tsugo Akitajima. Head. Kabigami groom. Giro Uchikoshi. Head. Marriage. Kabigami bride. Mikiko Mayamura. Mushigami bride. Michio Mayamura. The ceremony will be held on year, month, day. Mushigami shrine priest Ujito Izumi and 6 others. Yasuku summary of the paper bundle. It was a note about the religious oaths and the departed's wedding for the grooms, brides, and priests. Looks like residents of the town forgot the ceremony procedures, given that it had been 100 years since it was last held. The chief priest of Mushigami Shrine secretly wrote this memo for them. During the wedding ceremony in M-Town, the 2 grooms shall present their brides with red threads and smear lipstick on their teeth. The ceremony is unique to M-Town, where silkworm and safflowers flourish. Previous brides have been overjoyed to be proposed to in such a traditional way. However, the departed's wedding is different. Instead of the grooms, Mushigami and Kabigami, men from the town, shall present the brides with insects instead of red threads, and smear mold upon them instead of lipstick. This betrothal ceremony shall last for several days. During this time, the bride shall eat bugs and mold to survive. Their body shall continue to be consumed by insects and mold until they have turned into the departed, brides worthy of wedding the deities. Bloodstained papers. Yasuoka's summary of the papers confirms what I saw in the vision. Although I've only learned maybe half of the truth of the situation, that much is enough to make my skin crawl and stomach retch. I've said everything I wanted to say to Yasuoka, and with that I have all the keys that I can possibly prepare. I don't know if this will be enough to battle against the departed's enormous resentment, but still. Are you going, Yashiki? Yeah, the departed is calling me. I have to bring an end to this night. As much as I want to come along with you, I'm afraid I would only get in your way. My feet have been hurting after I fainted. I'm unable to run in my condition. It's fine. You can stay here. If I fail to come back, please take care of the rest for me. Understood. Do you know where the departed is? It's written in the notice. The clock tower, right below the oath bell. I see. Hear me out, Yashiki. Mashida risked his life for you, as did Ai, Sho, Daimon, and Hiru. Everyone wanted to help you out. That is what they believe. Faith is a weapon to battle against fear, and that's how they were able to challenge those. You're right. It's thanks to them that I'm here at this critical moment. So, Yashiki, you risked your life to pursue these spirits. What drives you to do it? My motivation? Spare me talk of a sense of responsibility or obligation. Tell me what you hope to accomplish by hunting spirits. What made me start chasing spirits? Initially it was because I didn't want to die. 4 months ago, I pursued spirits to escape death. I managed to save the souls of those spirits and I survived. That should have been the end of my dealings with spirits. Except it wasn't. I continued pursuing them, enduring the fear and putting my life on the line. Why did I do that? I can only think of one answer. I just can't ignore those who have stepped into darkness. Not only those who are targeted by spirits, but the spirits who are bound by their regrets who also want to be saved. I simply want to do what I can to help them. So, you want to save everyone? I'm not a saint. I know I can't save everyone. But I want to reach out my hand as far as I can, and as many to as many as I can. I don't care if that makes me sound like a hypocrite or a martyr with a martyr complex. You sound like a doctor. Maybe because I'm the spirit doctor. In that case, you should hang on to that hypocrisy, so that everyone, both the living and the dead, can be saved and rest peacefully. Yeah. Bringing on the music, huh? My goodness. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Spirit Hunter Deathmark 2 running on PlayStation 5. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.